because a picnic would be great for a woman. Picnic, sitting in the car on our lunch break, eating Chick-fil-A, talking and laughing would be a nice day. Now that's a that ain't got shit and done had plenty of men and every weekend by herself.
How much should a guy spend on a first date in Miami?
In Miami?
Like over $100, probably like $200.
Well, I mean, I think that's minimum.
The average
because
bill is
everything
like
is expensive. But
Does that mean that he's gonna get sex afterwards?
No, it does not mean that.
not necessarily. It depends on the vibe for me.
So if he's spending $250 on a first date,
I get a kid.
We should leave her alone. The average man makes just over $50,000 a year. That brings us to about $1,000 a week before taxes. So ultimately, she's asking me to spend nearly half my check on a woman that I'm meeting for the first time because she thinks she's cute. Respectfully, lady, kick rocks.
May
On
get
a
a
first
kid.
date? Yes.
would you be willing to split the bill with him?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Not on a first date?
You're paying for my first like 8 dates.
First 8 dates?
Anyway, so he should just have 300 disposable.
Yeah, you should have 300 disposable. If you're trying to impress me, if you want to take me out, £300 is I think £300 is a good amount of money to have a good
Jesus.
experience.
Why are you spending £300 on someone you're not even sure where this is going?
Because if you want to go out with me, the experience needs to be experiential.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. In your rambling, incoherent response, were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought? Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I think if someone is spending more than $50 on a first date, that to me says you're kind of irresponsible.
You saying you ain't spending over what, $200 on a date?
Nah, wrong number. I would never spend over $100 on the first date.
Oh, so what's the rationale about the not over $100?
I don't know you.
But that makes sense.
You have no clue what is going to happen here.
Right.
Like, why do you think...
Irresponsible is hilarious.
I just think it like financially.
That makes sense.
Like if it's a first date, you don't know who it is. You don't know if you're going to connect, and you're already going to put down money.
No, I agree.
Describe a first date.
Man, I mean, the last time I went out on a date, whoo, Jesus.
That's why. Probably because you don't spend over $100. I'm sorry. It creeped out.
No. I mean, I'm just strategic, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't need to impress you at a nice dinner. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm going to listen to you while we're talking, while we're on the phone, while we're having a conversation. I take a whole notepad of what you like, favorite flowers, favorite color. And what I'll do is, because let me be real with you, men on this stage, it's easy for me to drop $200 on dinner. Yeah. It's hard for me to be intentional. Ooh. And so I'm going to move with intention. And let's say you like flowers. Well, I'm going to take you to a little flower bed. We're going to turn around and pick your own flowers. That cost me $10.
That's a drastic
criteria.
But I would probably say I'd probably say like 5 or 6 dates.
So when do you start paying for them?
Like after we're officially not official, but like after we're we're consistently dating and you're consistent as you know, because at first you don't know if they're just seeing you or if they're just seeing other people, you know?
This might have been cool back in the day, but there wasn't a prevalence of plate pirates and self-centered women who think it's all about them. Gentlemen, be very careful about expensive first dates. And ladies, if you think spending $300 on a first date isn't a big deal, you pay. Stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
Polite savages. All right, you polite savages, let's go.
Like, why is the man paying? It's all a level of the patriarchy. And how do we dismantle that if we're, like, how are women becoming equal if the man is still the one expected to make more money, expected to do the funds and stuff?
Michael, how would you respond to that? Being as you shared earlier that in a previous episode that you don't mind paying if you ask first on a date.
No, I don't mind paying.
But elaborate, like.
Homeboy is like beating the submission. He's like, listen, I don't mind paying, all right? I just pay. I've always paid.
In response to what she just said, she doesn't understand why men pay or why they're expected to pay.
I mean, that's, like you said, it was a gender norm.
Yeah, that is the reason.
In previous, in history, men were naturally more of a provider. Like, they would go out and get, like, hunter-gatherers. They, like, we'd go out and hunt and we'd bring back what we caught or whatever. So it's kind of like the same kind of situation. Like if we're making the money and we can afford to provide this dinner or etc., that we would just.
I don't think those are synonymous. To
Yeah,
be honest,
hunter
at all.
gatherer.
And also there was women
and-
hunter and gatherers.
Yes,
back
there
then.
were. There were.
Yeah.
Not.
You know, ladies, first of all, if you want to pay for lunch, just say you want to pay for lunch and dinner. I'll be happy to put my wallet away. I mean, we can solve all of this. It doesn't have to be about the patriarchy. It can be about me sitting down and eating and not paying if that's what you want it to be. But something else I got to really get into. This whole hunter-gatherer, women hunter-gatherer thing, stop acting like that was the norm or that was something that wasn't an exception to the rule. I'm going to acknowledge that, yes, when necessary, women would go out and hunt and gather also. But really, they're not equipped and tactically not ready at times to fight against what they had to fight against, and way more useful and more important back at camp defending the children along with the teenagers who aren't yet able to go hunt and gather against intruders and other animals who will raid your camp when you're not there. Things exist for a reason.
I'm denying the existence of that. I'm just saying that, like, if there was a norm that was set up.
Yeah, that's the reasoning. The patriarchy.
That's the reasoning.
Yeah, it's always the patriarchy. I got you. I got you.
I did want to go back to what Joe said in terms of when you do initially go on that first date. How do you propose that being the standard that you set then?
I want to know this.
Like you go on the date,
True.
and those are your beliefs or your ideals. How do you set that up for the other person to
Did you
receive
do that with
it?
your girlfriend?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
I truly don't remember.
No, that is a good question.
It was a
'cause the
while.
women
It was
in
a
the-
while ago.
yeah.
So I don't want to. I'm not saying I've definitely paid for dates before.
Okay.
It's not like I'm not going to be a during the date. But the thing is that I generally think it's good advice that first dates need to be cheap to free. And I understand that some
Yes.
people disagree and some people, want a fancy.
Now, first of all, I'm totally shocked that the ladies were saying yes during that. I'm totally shocked because normally, and I'm not going to put words in these sisters' mouth, but I find it very odd that coming from this gentleman, it's just smooth as butter. But I've seen countless examples of men saying that the first date should be a coffee date. The first date should be a get to know you experience. And women saying they don't want to struggle of. They're not showing up for coffee. My hair costs this much. My nails cost this much. They give you a whole laundry list of stuff that their upkeep. And, your little coffee date just ain't going to do it. So I find it very interesting. And I want to see how this works out.
Date for the first time. But I think if someone is spending more than $50 on a first date, that to me says you're kind of irresponsible, because it means you don't know who the other person is, but you're still just based on their looks or whatever, you're deciding like, this is, I don't know who you are, but you're worth $50, which aside from the slightly demeaning aspect of it, it's also just like, you have no clue what is going to happen here.
Right.
Like, why do you think...
Irresponsible is hilarious.
I just think it like financially,
That
makes sense.
if it's a first date, you don't know who it is, you don't know if you're gonna connect, and you're already gonna put down money.
Absolutely.
It's like you're gambling before you even know what the card game is.
So basically, what you're experiencing, and a lot of folks who don't understand, who don't think like this is a person who was raised with financial responsibility. And I've seen this many times. This was an individual who, with his family, I can almost guarantee you, with his family, they sat down, he understood bills, he understood the flow of money, he understood saving half of his money that he had, having some spending money, but saving the majority of it. And he also understood being financially responsible. Now, if you weren't raised like that, or if you think that a person just got it, you're going to be very taken aback when they approach this, when they give you this response. But this is the appropriate response, and it's a thoughtful way of going about your first date. Because a lot of ladies, and I hate to say this, you're just dating for the experience. You're just dating for the food. You're not dating for the person.
I think it becomes a little bit more performative if it's a fancier date.
Well, yeah. Well, because I think a fancier date, you're not in a situation where you're trying to get to know the other person. You're in a situation where you're trying to show off for the other person.
Yeah.
Unless
or
they're
the other
rich.
person wants, is trying to express that they want a certain kind of environment. But either way, the date no longer becomes about, okay, I want to get to know you and I want us to talk. It becomes about, all right, I want someone who's going to fill this kind of role, whether for the man or the woman. And so, yeah, I think
That
the whole
is
thing
so
becomes more
real.
performative.
I've been on a date. That was $250 was my first date.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
How was it?
$250.
How was it?
It was.
They paid for it, right?
Yeah, well, he was the real estate agent in my fancy building, so he could afford it. Like, it was like.
Well, what if also they just make that much, like, they make so much money where it's like.
That's his
paying
standard.
more than $50 is not that deep for them.
You know how you keep that money? You don't spend it like crazy.
That's why I like.
You know, and that's another this person's very financially literate, and a lot of times when you think of financial literacy, a lot of folks, they want to play it off and they want to say, oh, I understand stocks, I understand investing in crypto, very popular right now, I understand dividends, I understand compounding interest. But you know what it really starts with? It starts with understanding where to spend your money, when to spend your money, and what not to spend your money on. So if you could, like, a $250 date shouldn't be the standard. It should be a special occasion. It should be like, hey, it's your birthday, it's Valentine's Day, something of that nature. What we've done is we've boiled the dating market down in a lot of cases to just this performative game where, you know, you go from place to place, eat a great meal, and that's all it's about. And also, I'm just gonna come out and say, they're really taking this information from this Asian cat a lot differently than I think they would take it from a brother. And I've seen it before, and I'm not trying to say that they would or they would not. Maybe these ladies, they're from a different place, a different understanding. Okay, but it just seems quite odd.
Who pays on a first date?
Who pays?
Who pays on the first date?
Whoever idea was to go on the date.
That's not a cool first date, is it, B?
Oh, Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Where you want to go?
I don't know, not on Texas Roadhouse. If we went to Longhorn, I'd be like, okay, you know.
What the f is the difference?
It's cool. I would go on a Longhorn date. I would rather go to Longhorn if we're gonna be in that caliber of eating.
She said Texas Roadhouse, you might go home and I have no head. What would you consider that caliber eating?
Like on some shit.
What's a date like to go eat then?
I want to try some different restaurants, like, you know.
So Benihana is like a date to go eat?
Benihana's is trash here, so.
I'm just asking.
I mean, it's cool. It's like meeting up to get something to eat.
Benihana's to meet up to get something to eat?
Yeah, Benihana's is gross. I haven't went to Benihana's.
You consider Benihana the same thing as Texas Roadhouse?
It sounds like us going to Panera.
It is, damn near.
You disrespectful to them.
It is.
Oh, no.
It literally
That's
is.
why you can't see them $30 for lunch.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom. We're out.
We found true happiness.